What is the solution for the religious communal issues that are arising in the country? You see, this issue is not a new one. We have had this issue for a long time in India. Before, it was various cult groups that came from various tribes and regions. And initially, the effort was made to resolve this issue by bringing in the best from each community, classifying them in certain ways, and giving them responsibilities based on that. Of course, very high standards were demanded, and these high standards were not possible to inculcate in a few days. Upbringing played a major part. Commitment to this idea also played a major part. But over a period of time, partly in order to have a stable system, perhaps the employers also used to employ people with references, and nepotism also perhaps set in. This is what was found to be difficult for the various communities, and over a period of time this gave it a form which is presently considered as casteism. But most probably it was a class of people who were intellectually inclined, drawn from various communities, trained in Vedas, and given responsibilities that required that kind of genius. People who were more physical oriented were given the tasks related to that kind of rigorous physical demands, and they came to be known as Kshatriyas, and they were given responsibilities based on that. Similarly, perhaps also happened with people who came from trading communities. They were given support to do trade and business. And those who were willing to, who did not have any such strong inclination but were willing to cooperate, they were clubbed under one category of Shudras. Shudras is people who do not have a particular inclination and they are willing to serve for the greater cause. So this, over a period of time, due to nepotism and perhaps mistreatment, also perhaps mistreatment by teachers, because over a period of time when you are good in something, you begin to treat people who do not have that kind of rigor with a bit of contempt. This can take a very, if it percolates down into the system, into the families, and is done by people who really do not have that kind of capability but just do it because their parents were doing it or their family members were doing it, this can give form to what we see today. So these are few things which are causing problems. As far as the communal system is concerned, we have to be clear about one thing. The religions are kindergarten education of values. Once you have some basic ethics and values, you have to learn to be part of the state. You have to learn to offer your duties as a member of the state. Once you have been able to do that, in the course of time, you will face various problems, various challenges, various traumas also. You may also have great achievements. What are you going to do with these things that you have accumulated. It becomes necessary to understand where do you stand in the world, the creation, and the society. Therein comes the knowledge of Vedas. And that is the highest knowledge that we consider today. Because even if you become a great scientist, the achievements or the traumas that you may face in the process of your creations or actions, you can resolve only through understanding who you are, who you really are. So the achievements don't get into your head, the traumas don't carry you away. So broadly classifying, I would classify the whole process of education in three parts. One is basic moral values. That can be learned from religious systems at a very early age. And then they become very deeply embedded in you and make you a strong person. Then you have to learn your duty towards your country, your society, people around you, based on your abilities, what duties you need to take up, what responsibilities you need to take up. As you live this life over a period of time, you are going to have both achievements, problems, struggles, challenges, traumas, lot of questions which may keep hounding you. And these can be resolved with this highest knowledge of what is known as Brahman or Vedas. The knowledge of Brahman or knowledge of Vedas. People who excelled in this knowledge were termed as Brahmins. But now it is the other way around. People who are descendants of the people who excelled in this or were pursuing this path call themselves as Brahmins. That is another vicious propaganda. People who have this knowledge certainly must be respected. But if they have not contributed anything to the society, that speaks of their skills or their knowledge or their experience, we need to observe and understand and give respect where it is due. No need to pull down anyone, but no need to overestimate anyone. I think if this is understood, then we need a process, an educational process, where people are imparted this kind of education, this kind of understanding. Everything that is related to this kind of understanding is taught. People are given skills sets that they need in life, skill sets that they can use to serve the society and the state. At least one member of the family goes and learns it so that the knowledge is not lost and knowledge slowly percolates within the family also. I think when this is done over a period of time, if this knowledge keeps getting upgraded, if this system keeps getting protected, if people understand the value of this, the communal problem will slowly resolve.